Estimated costs reinforcing. This resource has been made for the external students. They do not have the face-to-face experience that internal students enjoy. By the time this is released, most students would have commenced and almost finished their attempt. This is how I identified and estimated the reinforcing for the concrete footings and slab. Slide 2. In the folder of reinforcing steel are some key things that we need to actually use. Number one, we have the ARC Smorgon catalogue. We also have a One Steel catalogue. We have a snip image of what a N12 bar is. We also have an image of what 3 L12 trench mesh is. We've got 2 lots of these. Okay, an image of SL82 mesh, ribwire spirals, worth having a look at, but they are not required on this job. In 2016, when I first did this, I assumed that all the piers had formwork in them or had reinforcing in them, but that was not the case, and so I removed it. All right, we've got some polythene building foam, what it looks like, image of what a spacer is. You've also got 2 drawings, a reinforced drawing and also mesh drawings. Okay, inside the other key 2 plans that we need to have are the engineer's plans, pages 3 and 4. And also on page 2, there is actually a cranked reinforcing bars and diagonal bars adjacent to the porch and the alfresco. So you need to actually check your drawings, and any estimator has to do that. Okay, next slide. All right, these are the 2 drawings that will help you mainly. So the CAD drawing will assist you to calculate the amount of reinforcing in the slab and the footing beams. So we need to read these 2 drawings in conjunction with one another. So the actual house plan is as handy as anything. We know by now that it's 10 meters and 67 from outside the slab to outside the slab. And so it's a pretty simple thing. If we were looking at 3 L12 trench mesh, that we would be having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at 10 meters and 67, which are remarkably similar to the measurements that I used in the strip footings. Now the only difference is the horizontally with strip footings we actually took out 300 wherever there's intersection. With reinforcing we don't do that at all, and so all you simply need to do on this layout plan is put your total length from here to here, and basically where the bars overlap they get tied together, so it's not a big problem in that area. You can see the main area, these 2 small bars through here, these are errors. This should not actually run through from there to there. It's more like 8 meters 200 long from here right through to there. Okay, so when I did the CAD drawing, got a bit carried away and copied and followed our way through. Okay, how do I know that there's 2 L12 bars? If we look at our plan up here, I'll just put a little highlight there. There's where the 2 L12 bars, and also at the center of each strip footing at the top. These bars get actually clipped or tied to the reinforcing mesh. The L12 bars, here they are here. One across there, one across there, one across there. And so simply we need to work out all the bottom ones first. Now these little flying saucers down here are chairs, and each one of these, when you actually put this drawing up to A4 size, this is really small at the moment, every 900 we have 2 of these to support. So we have actually, I guess, if I was to do this under this bit of trench mesh, and I'd have 1 support here and I'd have 1 support there, and we need to have that right across. And what we're doing is just counting how many we need. So count this way and just that way, and pretty much you'll get the right amount of figures that we need. Now there's a couple of little things that we have. We do have some crank bars that you need to have a look on the engineer's report, and when you look at the foundation plan, it actually shows these really clearly where they are in the engineering plans. And so there's 3 of these, and so that's something else you need to look at. All right, when we look at this whole lot of effective cover, for example, the minimum cover for reinforcing is 40 mil, but in this instant, what we're doing is making sure that we have enough reinforcing. So don't bother taking 40 off either side for the exact length of the reinforcing steel. I'd rather prefer you to just go full length, because at the end of the day, it'll be the steel fixers who cut all the bars to the right size. Our job is to make sure that we have enough bars. Okay, next slide. All right, this is another layer on the CAD drawing, also including each of the piers. Okay, so there they are through there, and you can see the mesh, and so you can calculate right through here the amount of mesh, and in the takeoff there is actually a mesh size, and so you work out your area and the coverage. So where you can see this looks slightly more wires than anything, that's each time I've joined the mesh together, and you can see that there. But if we use the takeoff, I think that'll be much easier.